I'm Zoe Eisele, and I'm going to be talking about how I've overcome my shyness in college. I was extremely introverted and much more shy than I am now. By the time I graduated high school, I only had one friend that I was really close with and talked to regularly. I knew that it would be a good idea for me to get out of Missouri and try to make a new name for myself somewhere else so I could try to start over. It was really difficult because I was not used to being away from home at all. The only other experience I'd had away from my family was when I took an exchange to Germany for 2 weeks after my freshman year of high school. We had an involvement fair that all the freshmen had to go to, so I went to that, and they had tables for all the different groups on campus, so I put my name on a bunch of their lists. I liked German Club because in the beginning it seemed very organized and they put me on the exec board, but that quickly started to fall through with interest on campus. So it really fell back on the Euglosian Society, which was a Greek group on campus. So that was an interesting change for me. I felt that I needed to keep going with what I was doing because I didn't want to just give in and stop and just stay with the athletes, because I know that there's so much more to me than just the athletic side, and I just needed to find more people that I could bond with on different levels. After becoming a Eug, I felt like I truly had this family that I set out to find, and people officially knew that I was with them, so I always had them to go to. And it was just really reassuring that no matter where I was, there would be somebody from the group there with me that I could always go and talk to if I needed to. Even though I hadn't known these people very long, I was much more comfortable with them than I was even with my teammates at the time. The new member education process is different for everybody, and going through it with the Euglosian Society, I felt very comfortable, and it was a very pleasant experience because you learned a lot, but at the same time you could tell that they were all very serious. But with other groups, they got extremely upset by their processes. So I was happy to have people that not only cared about me but showed that they did, even throughout enemy, which is supposed to be extremely stressful. I do think that people noticed changes in me because I was growing a lot more comfortable as time went on. Even throughout those 2 weeks that I was in enemy, I was growing a lot more comfortable with people, was speaking out more, and just had more passion and drive, and I was much happier. After joining the Euglosian Society and having the softball team around and growing closer with all of them, that I would try something new again, and although while still in Greek life, I felt very comfortable with the men of Alpha Phi Tau around me, and I really wanted to join their corollary because I was friends with them previously and felt that I could continue to grow with them. Even though I was rushing into all of these things head first and pursuing them because I thought they would be fun, I still acknowledged that I still had issues being shy and having trouble talking to people, but I just felt that if I could get through all of it, then I would become better in the end.